Mass Effect franchise has always paved new ground for gaming, but its latest installment, Andromeda, hits a few bumps. Mass Effect Andromeda is not a direct sequel to 3 because it's set in an entirely different galaxy with all new characters. Humanity, along with the other species of the Milky Way galaxy, set out on a 600-year journey that would take them to the Andromeda galaxy. As the Pathfinder Rider, you wake up from Crow to find out that not everything has gone according to plan. Your mission is to set up a foothold in Andromeda by claiming outposts on viable planets. Along the way, you'll discover new allies as well as dangerous enemies. The visuals in Andromeda are hit and miss. I was disappointed that the fidelity of the characters wasn't a huge step up from Mass Effect 3. What made matters worse was the facial animations on the characters were buggy. Often during conversations, the characters' eyes seemed off, making them look devoid of life. I was also underwhelmed by the lack of customization with the character creator. However, the weapon effects did impress me with the fiery burst from the flamethrower and the icy stream from Cryo-Freeze. The environments are where Andromeda's graphics shine. From toxic terrain to alien jungles and to frozen wastelands, Andromeda's environments provide a level of immersion that beg you to explore. Andromeda's gameplay offers a new direction for the series. Gone is the power wheel from the previous installments to make way for an action combat system. At first I missed the ability to pause the game and queue up the attacks of my squad mates. However, after spending some time with the new system, I did enjoy the cover mechanics and the mobility that the jetpack provided. Exploration is the main focus in Andromeda, and that it does well. Gaining around on the planets never felt better with the fine-tuned controls of the Nomad. Andromeda also introduces platform elements thanks to the jetpack. Also new to Andromeda is the scanner. I found myself scanning everything to unlock more lore in the Codex. Scanning objects in the environment also awards you with resource points that allow you to craft and upgrade weapons and armor. I found some of the weapon upgrades to be useless, such as energy beam, since it actually decreases damage output. Even though Mass Effect is heavy on the action, it is first and foremost an open world RPG. Every time you level up, you are allotted points in a skill system to further tailor your gameplay experience. Even though my character's skill customization was deep, my squad mates were rather limited. You shape the fate of your adventure by making decisions using the all-new dialogue wheel. The Paragon Renegade morality system from the other Mass Effect games is replaced by a new system that feels more natural. I enjoyed the new system as it presented difficult choices that didn't seem to be either good or evil. As much as I enjoyed the dialogue system, I felt like there weren't any extreme consequences for my squad mates. The missions in Andromeda are split up into 4 categories: priority ops, allies and relationships, Helios assignments, and additional tasks. Priority ops is the main story in Andromeda. Allies and relationships are the missions specific to your crew and squad mates aboard the Tempest. I especially like the loyalty missions for the squad mates that introduce unique mechanics such as combat in Zero-G. Helios assignments involve missions on a specific planet, but I found that they actually ended up fleshing out the main story as well. Finally, additional tasks are the missions that are more of a grind, such as collect 10 of these plants and talk to these 3 people, etc. Beyond the narrative style missions, Andromeda includes Apex missions which allow you to send out NPCs in hopes that they bring back loot like weapons, armor, and resources. Connected to the Apex system is Andromeda's Cooperative multiplayer mode. You and 3 friends do battle against 7 waves of enemies found throughout the single player story. During the match, random objectives such as capture and hold are introduced to challenge players. There are also microtransactions for players to purchase loot crates, which have a chance to unlock new characters, weapons, skins, and more. The multiplayer didn't keep my attention for long as it seemed like it was a bit rushed with its lack of variety and bland mechanics. The biggest gripe that I have with Mass Effect Andromeda is its bugs. I encountered so many bugs throughout my playthrough that it negatively affected my enjoyment of the experience. There are the minor bugs such as invisible coffee mugs and people floating are often prevalent in other open world games. However, what I was most concerned about were the bugs that prevented me from continuing through the game, such as characters freezing, losing connection to the network, falling through environments, invisible quest givers, and missions that couldn't be turned in. At the time of this review, Bioware has implemented several patches to smooth out some of the glitches. After 100 plus hours of playing through Mass Effect Andromeda, I came away liking it but not loving it like I wanted to. The story took a little too long for me to become invested in the plot and characters. The multiplayer seemed almost like an afterthought and something tacked on. The glitches and bugs were the main problem that took me out of the experience. That being said, the deep RPG elements, the excellent voice acting, the kinetic combat, and the expansive exploration kept me coming back for more. Mass Effect Andromeda had a strong foundation, but I felt that it needed some more time to smooth out some of its rough edges. So, did you like the video? Then make sure you rate it a thumbs up, and if you did that, go over there, hit that star after head to subscribe to my channel. Doing so will keep you up to speed on all of my latest content. Speaking of which, you can see a couple of my recent uploads down below. I'm also on social media, so what are you waiting for? Let's start nerding out!